Hi everybody, it's Lynn from Lynn's Crafts Designs. I'm going to try another one of these tins. This time I'm going to do it steampunk. Excuse the wrap on my arm. I'm not sure what I did, actually. I've broken my arms several times. So it could just be weather-related pain, so to speak, but it doesn't really feel like it. So if I did actually break it, it's just a fracture, like I said, which I've done before. When I did this one now, it was broke. Let me just say that. This is, let me get my glasses on. The Prima Finnabar Imaginarium Mechanica mold. Okay. Here's what it has. I'm gonna do, because I'm trying not to do too much, because my husband would yell at me if he knew I was even doing this. I'm gonna try to do a couple of the cogs and gears from this mold, but what I'm really wanting is this larger skate key right here. Now this one I'm afraid is a bit too thin. I'm worried about it because I'm going to do paper clay. I'm worried that it would snap off, but I'm going to do the feet, and I'm going to do, like I said, those skate keys, I'm thinking. Now it's just this fake and salt tin again. I've already sanded it and everything, and these are just some that I've already, I'm pretty sure they're ResinCrete. They feel like ResinCrete. And I don't think I'm gonna do this one again now. Just to keep from doing a same old kind of thing. I'm gonna do this one. Now I already stuck a steampunk gear. I did this a while back ago when I was gonna do something else. But she's really pretty, huh? She kind of reminds me, in a weird way, she kind of reminds me of the Statue of Liberty. The way her face is kind of so chiseled looking. This is the one I'm talking about. Do it like that, where this is the foot part. Yeah, I'm thinking I like that. I thought about I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it ached. Just doing nothing, it ached so bad for 2 days. And like I said, I didn't hardly sleep night before last. I couldn't get it comfortable, and ugh. And on top of that, I can't believe I'm even gonna say this. I have a broken pinky toe. That one I do know I broke. There we go. Much prettier. Now I'll deal with sanding that and everything after it dries. So I'm going to just do 2 more of those. It may take me the rest of the day. I'm going to do 2 more of those, and then I'll give them all a coat of black paint. Before we even... Okay, now it's been a couple of days. And I still have quite a bit of pain, but I've got the ace bandage off for a while. I did glue some of the gears and cogs behind the skate keys, just to give them a little bit more support. Okay, they make great feet. It's a little uneven, but I haven't sanded or anything, so. Now, I think I'm gonna put a little trim around the edges there, but I'm not quite sure what yet. I'm even thinking about, weirdly enough, I'm thinking about some lace. And if y'all know me, I don't do lace. I am not a lacy person at all. But when you put lace on something like this, a 3D mixed media project, and then paint it black, it just becomes more like textured background than lace. Okay, so in that sense, I love lace, but as clothing apparel, I do not like lace. It's itchy. And I'm a big girl, and big girls and lace don't necessarily go together. Okay, I'm not a big girl, I'm a very small person. But I'm a large person too. So, I have a huge hiatal hernia, like a 40-pound hiatal hernia. Why the doctors completely ignore it like it doesn't even exist, I have no idea. I really have no idea. It irritates my husband to no end. So, I'm gonna go through my lace box and see what I can find. But if not, I'm gonna do the I don't know what it's called, the little bubble trim out of paper clay. Okay, while this isn't lace trim, this is something I think I will like. Okay, so it's got knots on the ends. I'll have to clip those off. And I'm thinking about hot gluing it. Okay, sorry about that. I did do that off camera. It's evidently a cotton or a natural fiber blend. It would not melt with a lighter. It just burned like a wick. Okay, so now when you use your 3D matte gel, one of the things I suggest is, like, I'm gonna glue these little gears and cogs down, and then when I'm done, before I even start gluing anything, I'm gonna put the lid back on, because not necessarily that it dries out fast, but like around the lids, I don't want to give it a chance to dry out any. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Not worried about any squeeze out, or that's all going to be covered up. I did a little fiddling off camera, and I'm thinking this is the layout that I want. That's subject to change, trust me. But okay, I want to start gluing some of this stuff down. I've already glued a little bit around the edges. Let's start. A little bit around there. Okay, now. Trying to glue the bits first that have to fit in somewhere. Okay, that one there. Okay, now, because I have so many of these, this one is the aged brass, the metallic wax. This one is the vintage gold, and I'm not sure if I'll use both of those, but I got them both out. This one is the rich copper. This one is the Bronze Age. And this one is the white gold. Okay? Now, this is the Frank Garcia Artisan Powders. And this one is the Trianon Patina. Okay? I'm going to do that afterwards. But I'm going to start with the golds. Okay, and I'm going to open them both. Now, normally I would do it with this hand, but this being what it is, I'm going to do it the other hand. Now, like I said, I'm right-handed, but since I had the stroke, now all my life I've been kind of ambidextrous, but since I had the stroke, I'm really ambidextrous. That's what I was afraid of. Those are not quite set. So a little bit easier on those. Okay, that was with the aged brass. Okay, we got a good bit of that on there. Now this one is the antique, the vintage gold. Sorry about that. That one is just gonna have to be glued back down. That's all there is to it. Alright, I'm gonna let that set a little bit longer and I'll be back. Okay, this is the Bronze Age, because I'm so dang impatient. It has not dried. Already said we're just gonna have to glue it back down. Now this time with the Bronze Age, I'm not gonna film doing the sides because it's just too hard to get it on camera. Okay, I'm gonna do that and glue it back on. Okay, now with the rich copper. This time I'm gonna lift it up to myself a little bit more so that I can see. because I don't want this copper going everywhere, but I'm going to take a brush eventually and try to get some of these more hidden areas. Like down in the recesses and stuff. Okay, again, I'm not gonna film the sides just because that's a little bit difficult. Evidently both of these I'm going to have to glue back down. I know I got plenty of glue on them, I just didn't wait long enough. Alright, so I'm going to do the sides and then we'll come back with the brush and fill in a little bit. Then we're going to highlight with the white gold. Okay, this is the white gold. Now, I have a feeling my camera is going to cut out, so... Okay, just going to do a little bit of highlighting. I do not understand why that one's not drying. Besides the fact that it doesn't have any open work, it's mainly just a closed off gear or cog or whatever you want to call it. Okay, this time I'm really gonna let it dry before we go back with the Artisan Powders. That's just gonna give it a little bit of antiquing. Okay, the rest of them have apparently dried. That's just the only one. So, in a minute. Okay, now, I already did the Artisan Powders around the edge, just so we could see what it would look like. Okay, and I think I love it. So, we're going to add just a bit to the top. Now, this is just a soft makeup brush. It's the one I always use with the Artisan Powders. Okay, now, just going to go really lightly, because as I always say, these Artisan Powders do become permanent once you brush them on. Okay, you can brush away a little bit, but it's on there. Okay, just gonna go around some of the gears. Losing my voice again. Oh, yeah, I did not mean to put that much. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is going back and dry brushing, and I mean really dry brushing, with a little white paint, if I can. Just on the face, I believe, and on her hair maybe a little bit. But we'll see. Okay, there's what we've got so far. Okay, what I did instead was I just did a touch of this white pearl, which is the same metallic wax. They just come in these tubes now. On the face. Just to make it have a different highlight than the rest. I really, really like it. I think it is stunning and very different from the last one we did. Okay, here's the last one we did. Now, it's already got a clear, okay, which I may actually not put a gloss sealer. I may put a matte sealer. Really love it. Love that. Just love it. Sets very nicely. I think there we go. I just love it. I did spray just the tiniest bit of the Lindy Stamp Gang. This one is the Autumn Maple Crimson. Autumn Maple Crimson. Okay. I've had these for years. Now these are not permanent. They are water reactivated. So if you try to put a brush on sealer, it's going to reactivate that Lindy Stamp Gang. So what I would suggest is a spray sealer. That's probably what I'll do. I've got the in the matte, it's Krylon, but normally I use the Rust-Oleum 2 times. Oh, there we go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now that's starting to dry. That one still may have to put a little more glue on that one. Alright, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for putting up with me today. I know that this is a simpler project. It's a mixed media project, and it was all just molds. Other than the metal gears and the trim. The trim was just that. Which I also have this in white, but I didn't use the white because it's actually a longer piece that I thought maybe I could use it on something else. So, which I could have used that on something else too, so. Alright. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like everybody's video you watch. Subscribe. It's free. Bye for now.